Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all to World Youth Skills Day as we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in another 1 month. India will be independence at 75, and here we are celebrating World Youth Skills Day. Since morning, we have conducted 6 workshops, and all were so marvelous that we had a lot of fun and a lot of learning. Today, next is our favorite Mr. Ritesh Taksandeji. I have met him personally also. He's got full of energy and such a vibrant vibes he gives positivity. I'd like to take sir आपको वेलकम करने के लिए ना मैं 1 मिनट का टाइम लूंगी बस एक आपका इंट्रोडक्शन मैं अच्छे से करना चाहती हूँ. So, would like to introduce Ritesh Taksandeji as he's been working with media industry for over 10 years. As a director, cinematographer, filmmaker, and media educator, he has worked on many national and international film projects, including the famous Disney's Plane 2 and Fire and Rescues feature film. He has been nominated in many international film festivals for short films on social issues and has received international award at ASCRS Scientific Film 2016 USA. He is the director at My First Film, which is a unique film school for everyone. My First Film has been developed as a valuable and enriching activity for those who want to learn basic filmmaking. He has also taught over 4,000 young filmmakers and many like us who only know, like earlier, the first time when I met Ritesh sir, I knew mobile phone as a device of telecom or maybe a game, but he has shown how this small device can be used to create stories and to tell your own stories by filmmaking. And last point I would like to mention, Ritesh sir, I loved your inspiration when you said you create story about your parents so it stays with you and your next generation forever. So sorry if I've taken a lot of time, but really wanted to say all this about Mr. Ritesh Taksande.
Thank you, Pooja, and thank you, MESC, for inviting me on this session, on this platform where we are connecting with a lot of youth of India and sharing all the knowledge since morning. Even I was like off and on with the morning sessions till now, and those are very enriching for the youth of India. And I'm really thankful to you as the host of this online workshop series, that this is one thing which we really need to do, where with the help of technology we are reaching to far-flung areas. Like you said, some of the participants are from Kashmir, some of them are from very far-flung areas, and this is one platform we are connecting with all of them and sharing our knowledge. So thank you very much, and I'm sure this 1 hour session will be very enriching, and student and the participants here will learn a few basic filmmaking techniques on smartphone from me. So we'll start the session. I'll
So
ask.
over to you, and all the rights are given.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll start sharing my screen. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So basically, before starting, I would like you all to know that first, you know the possibilities of your smartphone, apart from calling, chatting, WhatsApp, and watching videos and all. First, as a filmmaker, you should explore all the possibilities which are there in your smartphone. What are the possibilities? Like what kind of camera you have? What are the lenses you have? What if you have a single lens camera, or if you have only one camera in your mobile phone, how you can use it better? If you have quad cameras, nowadays every camera is having, say, like 4 or 5 cameras in it, 4 cameras basically. So what can be done with those cameras? Why there are 4 cameras in it? So you need to know the potential of these cameras. And this small device, I'm telling you, this is a very powerful tool for storytelling. A lot of my students from my previous workshops, I am conducting a lot of online workshops and also offline workshops. where students have made films at their home, sitting at their home during the last in the last 2 years in pandemic, when things were closed and people were not going out of their home. So student made these films sitting at their home, and believe me, they won awards in a lot of festivals. There are a lot of students who made films on science. There are a lot of students who made films on how like to cope up in the pandemic. So this is a very powerful tool. And how do you use it? So like, first is, how do you access your camera? Okay, we all know we click on that tab and it will be open, but there are other ways to use it. Okay, in lock position, how do you use it? How do you open it? So a lot of cameras will be like on the lock screen. If you left swipe, the camera will get activated. If you double click on the volume down button, you will see your camera gets activated. So one advantage with the smartphone is that it is always on standby, and that's the beauty of this tool. I've been traveling a lot, and believe me, many times it's very easy and handy to get. Suppose, see, as a filmmaker, there is always a story going in my mind. So whenever we see visuals, so we'll try to capture those beautiful visuals. We see good composition, we want to capture those. So the camera is always on standby. Okay, it will take a time for me to open up my bag, pick out my camera, and then click or shoot. But this camera is always ready, and believe me, the output or the images which I get from my phone are fantastic. Even if I'm using an sixth generation old phone, if you know how to use it properly, you can get really good output from that camera or phone. Second is, what are the settings or what are the modes you have, and what is the use of those modes which are given in your camera? How do you creatively use those features in your smartphone? Third is, how do you adjust the focus? Okay, we all know that while tapping on the screen, it will adjust the focus and exposure. That is good for photography. Okay, but आप जब वीडियोग्राफी करते हैं तो आप कभी नहीं चाहेंगे कि आपके फोटो में, आपके वीडियो में स्पेशली एक्सपोजर कम या ज्यादा हो. एक्सपोजर से मेरा कहना है कि लाइट ऊंची नीची ना हो. अब जैसे आप मुझे अगर देख पा रहे हैं तो अब ये लाइट बहुत तेज हो गई, फिर कम हो गई, फिर बहुत तेज हो गई. सो the change in this exposure is not good for video. You must have seen, you know, we all see films, and you will never notice that this thing happening in cinemas. And this is what we have to control. So adjusting all these things in your smartphone is very essential, and you can do all these things in your mobile phone. Then you need to know certain things, say like, what is good composition, what is a composition? Okay, and to guide you with taking a good composition or using good composition, there are grid lines which are there in your smartphone. You need to switch that on. Okay, there is, go to your camera setting, see where is show grid line option, or grid line on or off option. If you have that, it will be really helpful for you to use it for better composition. We'll all go through that. And there are very creative modes which are like a time lapse and a slow motion. Okay, these are also very useful tools, especially when you're making travel videos, especially when you want to show time condense करके आपको दिखाना हो. So you can use these modes which are like very helpful in storytelling. Okay, so what are different lenses or different cameras in your phone? Okay, the basic phone setup nowadays, if you buy an iPhone or you buy any phone, so you will get 4 cameras in it. What are those four cameras, or the magnification of them? So you get a ultra wide angle lens, which is a 16 mm equivalent. You get a wide angle lens or a standard lens, which is 27 to 28 millimeter in focal length. Then you also have a telephoto lens nowadays. So telephoto is going close to the subject. So when you go to that mode and you extend it, so one thing you need to take care is, do not zoom in too much. Okay, know the limit of your lenses. Okay, if you're zooming in, you are actually cropping your footage. You are cropping the sensor, and once you start cropping, there's a small sensor. There is a small sensor in your mobile phone which is, say, 4 mm to 5 mm thick. Okay, now it's that big. Okay, and if you try to compress, or if you zoom into your mobile phone, that time your sensor gets cropped. Okay, And once you start cropping the sensor, your image size remains the same, but it start to crop the sensor, which reduces the quality, okay, which will pixelate your image. So do not use zoom in, do not use the zoom in your mobile phone. Okay, try to shoot with your available 3 lens setup. Okay, there are in a lot of phones you have a macro mode. Okay, what is a macro mode? Macro mode is something which is, you want to take textures, you want to capture very minute details on some texture or plants or insects. Okay, so that time you can use this macro, which is there in the pro mode setting. Okay, there are a lot of settings, I will go through that also. So in these few other cameras, they have monochrome camera, which gives you really good contrast. Okay, so do you know these settings in your camera? Do you know that your camera is capable of doing this? So that is what I mean to say, that first know the possibilities of your own mobile phone. Okay, check the manual, check the resource manual of your phone, that what all cameras or what all things your camera can do. Okay, you also have depth sensor, okay, which creates that bokeh effect. It will blur out the background and it will keep the subject in sharp focus. So there is depth camera also in some of the phones, so you have to check this. There is a lot of AI works in getting those effects in portrait mode. Okay, it's an artificial thing which the camera tries to keep the subject in focus and make a blur, or it creates that bokeh effect on your photograph and video. Okay, now this is a general lens setup which I'm explaining here, that you will get all sort of different camera types. So one camera will have a depth sensor, the other might have a macro sensor, or the latest iPhone 12 above, they had a lidar scanning, okay, to scan 3D depth in the view. Okay, so check all these settings in your camera, check all these features whether you have them or not. Second important thing is, always clean your lens. Okay, you won't believe that majority of the time your lenses or your selfie camera, I'm sure you all we all love to take selfies. Okay, so whenever you click a selfie, you will find that it's not that sharp, and we all tend to clean our lens by rubbing it on our t-shirt or our pants. Okay, don't do that. Always carry these kind of cloths which are there when you get a specs, and you will have this cloth. So always clean your lens before you start shooting. Okay, you will find the difference. Immediately you will find that the quality of your photograph is changed. Okay, just with this small thing, just with this cleaning up your lens, you'll get a good sharp image. Okay, see the difference. The normal, when I'm keeping my camera in my pocket or traveling here and there without cleaning, if I click the photograph, and this is how when I clean the lens, how the output is. So it's important to clean your lens before you take a photograph. Okay, now there are different modes in your smartphone. If you go to camera and if you go to more options, on the main screen you might get pro, video, photo, portrait, the megapixel 108 full megapixel camera, or you have all these options like the time lapse or hyperlapse in some of the phones. There is slow mo for slow motion, there is panorama, there is short video, there is a night mode, which is a slow shutter mode, which is also good for night photography. Okay, a lot of phones will have a vlog feature. Okay, vlog feature is like it will automatically have certain templates on it. Okay, then you have a dual video camera, so you can use both the cameras, your selfie camera as well as your back camera together. If you're a vlogger, you can use this dual camera app. Okay, it's there in nowadays in all these phones. Then you have AI mode. Okay, you have long exposure or clone mode. You can also edit those features, and you have a macro mode that's in the pro mode option, right? So you need to know what happens with this. So what is a time lapse and what is a hyperlapse? So a time lapse is generally you are reducing the time, so the photographs is taken with some intervals. Okay, you need to set those, either you're shooting like one photograph per second. Okay, now the basic uh, the basic thing of video is like how many frames your video is capturing. Okay, if you go to your video camera, you will find that there are some fixed frame rates. Okay, what are this frame rate? We call it as FPS, frames per second. Okay, so to create a video, to create 1 second video on any device, it requires minimum 25 frames per second. Okay, your theatrical video, the video which we see in the cinema, which we see in theaters, is 24 frames per second. Okay, the television what we see is 25 frames per second. Broadcast happens in India at 25 frames per second. And your mobile phone, generally they record at 30 frames per second. Okay, and when you go to time lapse, you can reduce this to anything where, what you want. So what is this? If you are shooting 1 second, one photograph per second, so for 25 seconds, you will get 1 second of animation or a video. So that's how time lapse will work. And hyperlapse is something when you are using your mobile phone, a time lapse mode while moving with your mobile phone. While you want to shoot any movement in shooting a time lapse, you must have seen a lot of those tourist travel videos, travel logs, where you see the monument, or the camera is surrounding or making rounds of that monument or going closer to the monument very fast. Okay, so this is hyperlapse. Then just opposite of time lapse is slow motion. Okay, now here we are reducing the time, and in slow motion we are increasing the time. So how do we increase the time? That means you are recording more frames in 1 second. So my general frame rate is 30 frames per second, and I am recording at 60 frames per second, or maybe 120 frames per second, or maybe 240 frames per second, or maybe 960 frames per second. So a lot of these new phones, they are capable of shooting super slow motions. Okay, super slow motion is like extreme slow motion, like 960 frames per second. So you are recording 1 second of action, okay, in say like 240 frames. When you're doing that and when you're playing it back, it will play at normal frame rate, which is 30 frames per second. There you will find that 1 second action will be playing for more time. Okay, so we're increasing the time. That is slow motion. Then panorama, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this panorama, but we will talk about filmmaking. So these are panorama is a photography tool where you can capture the whole mountain range in one shot, like that. So first you try to explore these things in your camera. Why, when to use this. Okay, then see, this is a time lapse shot recently at my home. So kept my mobile phone in the balcony and those clouds were passing. So get a very good cloud passing shot. Okay. Now, similarly, this is another shot on mobile phone, kept my camera on a stand. Okay. To get a time lapse, you should not move your camera. Okay, and even if you have a movement in time lapse, then you need to have certain accessories to support it, say like a slider or like a gimbal. Okay, we'll talk about that. So that will create a movement while shooting a time lapse, but it needs to be very smooth, otherwise your time lapse will be of no use. This is a steady shot, kept on a stand, small stand, and did this. I'm not sure how is it streaming online, but yeah, this is a slow motion where I want to record very subtle action in slow. So this is one shot. This is another beautiful shot of butterflies flying. All shot needs to be taken very carefully. You need to keep your camera very steady. Okay. So or you can do a lot of things with your. Then there is a macro mode. See how beautiful these shots are. Shot on mobile phone with a macro lens. You can go to your pro setting and switch to your macro mode, and there you can take this shot. So one challenging thing about macro mode is you need to fix the distance, and it has to be like very close to the subject. For that, you have to keep it on a tripod or a stand. Okay, I'll show you different kind of stands. Then if we talk about filmmaking, you should know the language of cinema. And what is the language of cinema? Cinema is nothing but different kind of shots. Cinema is nothing but storytelling, storytelling through visuals, storytelling through dialogues. Okay, so if you know these elements in cinema, you can really make good films with your mobile phone. What are we doing here? We are just using a device which can capture our visuals. We are removing the main video camera out and putting our smartphone instead of that. There are limitations to your smartphone that we'll discuss, and you all know it's a small device. It has a small sensor. It has limitations. Okay. But soon technology, I'm not sure whether you are aware of this or not, but there is this recent film called Pondicherry. Uh, one of my friend is the writer of this film, and he this entire film, it's in Marathi, and this entire film is shot on mobile phone. Okay, you just search and check whether this is available on which platform. I think Planet Marathi, this film is there on OTT. So even if you see the trailer of this film, you'll find, oh wow, that's the possibility of this smartphone. Okay, now you need to know camera framing, what is camera angle, how to shoot what in different angles, how to establish a character through visuals. Okay, lighting plays a very important role in cinema. When we talk about photography, when we talk, photo is light, graphy is writing with light. So photo writing with light is like when you're using your camera, you have to take care of lighting. And that's what I said in the beginning, that when you are adjusting your exposure, okay, how do you adjust your exposure? Just click on your camera. I'm not sure whether you're having your camera or you're watching this on your mobile phone. So when you tap on your phone, okay, what happens is it will first adjust the exposure. Okay, then just next to that there is this slider. If you move this slider down, your exposure will come down. If you move this slider up, you can increase the exposure. Okay, is it visible to you all? All right, so this is how you adjust the lighting. Now when you press it and hold it for 2 seconds, okay, when you press hold it for 2 seconds, it is locked. So now when in video mode, when you are locking your exposure, the light will not change, the exposure will not change, because in all the normal modes, your settings of your camera, exposure, your shutter speed, everything changes automatically according to the scene, okay, what is in front. But here you can control that, and that is very important in smartphone filmmaking. Okay, if you have a pro camera or you have a manual camera in your mobile phone, that is very good, where you can adjust lot of things. Okay, what are the adjustment you can do, that will talk. So locking the exposure is very important. Okay, and you can just tap hold for 2 seconds on your screen. It will turn yellow. Either it is a square thing or a circle thing, and it will the pop up on your screen, and it will say AE and AF lock. Okay, it will show AE and AF lock. That is, AE stands for auto exposure and AF stands for auto focus. Okay, both the things will get locked. If you are using any third party camera apps, which definitely are very good, okay, I generally use Filmic Pro, okay, which is a professional app which can convert your mobile phone into a professional. It gives you that features which are there in a professional camera. Okay, so you can have that manual control on your camera. Okay, why do we need this? To have good lighting and to have good control over light and color. Okay, temperature. Then performance, definitely. If you are not shooting a travel video, if you are just making videos, like if you're creating some fiction, then performance is also important. सब कुछ कैमरा नहीं करेगा, थोड़ा एक्टर को भी काम करना पड़ेगा, है ना? So take care of all these things and you can make really good videos. So what is the process of filmmaking? I'll just quickly go through this. Process means what all things are involved in storytelling. I say that it's just visuals, story, visuals, and packaging. Okay, so in technical language, pre-production, production, and post-production. Pre-production is your story stage, your planning stage. Okay, you plan everything well in advance. Okay, if you do your homework well in pre-production, you will definitely spend less time in production and plan a very good film. Okay, and execute that plan in production. That means you're shooting in production. So if you have a plan ready, okay, then you can create very good videos. Plan means short wise distribution. If you have a story, how it starts, okay, how things plays on screen. Okay, so you write a story and you make the breakdown of that story. Okay, breakdown means this is how my film will start. We call it as screenplay. So scene number one, shot number one. Okay, what is scene and what is shot? Anything which is happening in one place in one particular area, that is scene. Okay, everything happening in that scene are different shots. A shot is when you start record and stop recording, whatever is recorded is one shot. Okay, so you must have heard about takes also. So what is a take? Scene one, shot one, take one. Take one is take two, take three, take four. All these are revision. Okay, improvisation in short. So I've seen a lot of people, they don't have patience, especially when you're making films with a smartphone. Okay, it's not like that. You have to plan everything well. Don't consider because it's a smartphone film, ऐसे ही हो जाएगा. चलना करते हैं ऐसे ही जाके शूट करेंगे हो जाएगा. No, it is not like that. You do your planning well. Learn about pre-production. Learn about production. What happens there? What are things are there in production? What do you need to take care of? Okay, and then finally the process of editing, which comes in post production. You package everything together, right? Now, fiction or non-fiction, you decide. What is fiction? Which involves made up character, imagination more than fact, adding emotion, adding more creativity. Non-fiction is true story based on like live event. Right now, a lot of places, many places, there flooding is happening and all. If you must have seen that how reporters are reporting from all these areas. Okay, so basically a lot of these reporters are reporting from their smartphone. जितना भी आप न्यूज में देख रहे हो आज, जो भी आपको बाढ़ की स्थिति दिख रही है, कहीं पे डैम ओवरफ्लो हो रहे हैं या कहीं पे कुछ हो रहा है, वाटर लॉगिंग, everything is shown through your smartphone. All the news channels are using mobile phone to broadcast news now. They are giving that feed to the channel and they are showing what is happening on that location. Okay, you will not enjoy a lot of shots which are very shaky. Okay, that is what you need to take care. So anything which is not made up is non-fiction. You can create documentaries, you can create biography. That's what Pooja said in the beginning, that in my last session, I was conducting this offline session and I told them that why don't you start from your home? Okay, why don't you start creating biography of your parents? ओके, हम सबकी बायोग्राफी देखते हैं घर में, टेलीविजन पे, यूट्यूब पे, इसकी उसकी, बड़े लोगों की सबकी बायोग्राफी बनती है. हमारे पेरेंट्स की भी बननी चाहिए, क्यों नहीं बननी चाहिए? तो व्हाई डोंट यू स्टार्ट विद घर में पापा मम्मा का, दादा दादी का, नाना नानी का एक वीडियो आप शुरू कीजिए बनाना. उनको कहिए अपनी स्टोरी कहे. ओके, कीप योर मोबाइल फोन ऑन अ स्टैंड, कीप योर मोबाइल फोन ऑन सम प्लेटफॉर्म. If you do not have tripod, if you do not have anything, don't worry, you can create a stand for your mobile phone at home. Okay, start making those videos, and once you start making it, you will learn a lot of things. Okay, story development, you can use like you can use stop motion animation. Okay, what are the formats? Like, one is live action, which is you are recording the action which is happening in front of you, or you can create animation with your smartphone. Okay, you can create stop motion animation, you can move things one by one frame, and then you can create a stop motion. How to write for your film, from where you get an idea. So it can be based on actual event, literature, personal experience, or historical event. On field, like recently we have been, I just told you that how disaster management and rescue missions are happening. उनके ऊपर आप एक film बना सकते हो. People who are putting their life at risk for rescuing a lot of people, उनके ऊपर आप film बना सकते हो. Okay, from where you get ideas, think about this most interesting thing happened to you. अपने लाइफ का सबसे फनीएस्ट, अपने लाइफ का सबसे स्केरियस्ट, अपने लाइफ का मोस्ट एक्साइटिंग एंड थ्रिलिंग कुछ होगा एक्सपीरियंस, वो लिखिए, है ना. एक टफेस्ट प्रॉब्लम जो आपने कभी फेस की हो और उसका सोल्यूशन आपने निकाला हो, या फिर बहुत ही कोई एडवेंचरस दिलचस्प चीज आपने की हो, उसके बारे में लिखिए और उसके बारे में एक फिल्म बनाने की कोशिश कीजिए, ठीक है। स्टोरी की अगर हम बात करें तो हम लोग फिल्मों के लिए हम लोग स्टोरी को 3 भागों में डिवाइड करते हैं। जनरली हम लोग एक इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं कैरेक्टर का, उसके रहन सहन का, उसके घर का, उसके परिवार का, उसके लोगों का, उसका उसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है। फिर उसके लाइफ में कोई एक सिचुएशन होगी जिसको वो निपटता है। आपने देखा होगा हर एक फिल्म में एक हीरो है, एक हीरोइन है, उनके लाइफ में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, उस प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करते हैं एंड देन कंक्लूजन होता है कि क्या था, गुड बैड और वॉट एवर इट इज, हैप्पी एंडिंग और सैड एंडिंग और वॉट एवर इट इज। सो write your story in this, even if you're writing an essay you need to write it in 3 part। हमको पता है राइटिंग के लिए क्या स्टोरी राइटिंग में हमको जो सिखाया जाता है, सेम थिंग आप लिख सकते हो। फिर इसको दिखाने का तरीका जो है वो यू कैन चेंज। हाउ यू कैन चेंज इज जस्ट शिफ्टिंग द, यू कैन स्टार्ट विद द कंक्लूजन एंड देन गो टू बैक स्टोरी। ओके, यू कैन स्टार्ट विद द एक्शन, आप एक्शन से शुरू कर सकते हो अपनी फिल्म और फिर इंट्रोडक्शन दे सकते हो। तो यू कैन जस्ट शफल बिटवीन बिगिनिंग मिडिल एंड एंड। दैट इज व्हाट अ स्क्रीन प्ले विल बी। Okay, how interesting you create this story and how interestingly you show, it's up to you. So create your story, write your story, write it in 3 parts. Okay, we also call it as the arc of story or the graph of story, where you can have different, what is graph? Okay, there is an excitement and that excitement goes down, then again there is an excitement and that excitement goes down. So just like in music we have crescendo, similarly in story you can have that। Okay, built up करना है, फिर कहीं लाके ऑडियंस को आपको एक इसमें करना है कि ओके ऐसा हुआ तो क्या होगा, है ना। ऑडियंस शुड ऑलवेज फील, आई ऑलवेज से दैट वी लिव स्टोरी 5 minutes in advance whenever we are watching a film। आपका दिमाग आपसे 5-10 सेकंड आगे चलता है फिल्म के और आपको बताते जाता है ना, कि अब ऐसा होगा। और अगर वैसा होता है तो यू गेट एक्साइटेड। ओके, और अगर वैसा नहीं होता है तो अगेन यू गेट एक्साइटेड, ओ ये तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था। ये मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ अपने क्लासेस में कि हमारा दिमाग हमेशा स्टोरी क्या कहता है, वो चीज आपको सोचनी है। आपको स्टोरी लिखते समय ये चीज सोचनी है कि ऐसा करके दिखाऊंगा मैं तो क्या परिणाम होगा मेरे दर्शकों पे जो मेरी फिल्म देख रहे हैं। ओके ना, ये तो हो गई स्टोरी। अब मोबाइल को स्टेडी कैसे रखा जाए। मोबाइल को स्टेडी रखने के लिए कई सारी चीजें, जैसे ये यहाँ पे बंदा देख रहे हो लावा के ऊपर खड़ा है और अपने शॉट को काफी महत्वपूर्ण तरीके से उसको शूट कर रहे हैं। अगर आपको मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा होगा तो आप देखेंगे कि अभी ये ट्राइपॉड है। ओके, एक ट्राइपॉड कैन रियली कीप योर फोन स्टेडी। सॉरी। ओके, so this is a tripod and which is mounted with some mobile phone and accessories। तो इसमें क्या होता है, whenever you are shooting you can have really good smooth videos। okay, very stable videos। I'll switch on the camera। okay, it's a very simple rig। it has only this camera holder। on top of it there is this mic and I've also attached an LED light here। so for darker areas where I want light I can just add this light in my shot। okay, and I can have very smooth video here। so just by having a tripod, good tripod, you can really create nice videos। okay and also with the help of tripod you can definitely have movements। okay, this is one movement is panning, another movement is tilt up and tilt down। okay, अब ये तो मुझे पैसा खर्चा करना है या नहीं करना है ये आपको डिसाइड करना है। ट्राइपॉड, अगर आप फिल्म मेकिंग में इंटरेस्ट रखते हो तो डेफिनेटली यू शुड हैव अ ट्राइपॉड। ओके, ट्राइपॉड के अलावा भी कई सारी चीजें जो आप यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे सेल्फी स्टिक ले लिया। सेल्फी स्टिक को यूज करके आपने अच्छे से स्टेडी पकड़ के आप अपना मोबाइल फोन से आप अपना वीडियो बना सकते हो। फिर कुछ एक्सेसरीज होती है, जैसे ये गिम्बल, सबको पता है आज हर किसी के पास, जो भी वीडियोग्राफर है उन सब मैक्सिमम लोगों के पास ये चीज अवेलेबल है। एक गिम्बल से आपका जो कैमरा है वो बहुत स्टेबल हो जाता है। ओके, अगर आप इसका लेंस देखें, अब मैं मूव कर रहा हूँ तो ये काफी स्टेबल मेरे मोबाइल फोन को रखता है। और इस गिम्बल के साथ साथ इसका एक वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग का ऐप भी आता है जो कि ब्लूटूथ से आपके गिम्बल के साथ सिंक हो जाएगा और आपको अच्छा वीडियो की कुछ ऑप्शंस देगा, जिससे कि आप वो गिम्बल के कंट्रोल से ही आप पूरा वीडियो कंट्रोल कर सकते हो। कुछ चीजें स्टेबिलिटी के लिए आपके मोबाइल फोन में ही है, जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इमेज स्टेबलाइजेशन हो गया या ऑप्टिकल इमेज स्टेबलाइजेशन हो गया। ये चीजें पहले जानी है, first explore whether your mobile phone is having these things or not. Okay, you check whether it supports stabilization or not. If it is there, then switch on. A lot of phones will have this option on top of your main screen. If you click on that, it will change the lens. Okay, किसी एक पर्टिकुलर लेंस पे ही होगा, ये सारी लेंस में नहीं होगा. ओके, और ऑप्टिकली आपका वीडियो स्टेबल करेगा. अगर आप उसको पोस्ट में स्टेबल करना चाहते हो तो बहुत सारी दिक्कतें होती है. पोस्ट में मतलब आप किसी सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू उसको स्टेबल करने जाओगे तो आपका वीडियो क्रॉप हो जाएगा. ओके, क्रॉप होने से जो डिटेल है, मान लिया आपका हेड स्पेस कम था या कुछ हो गया तो हेड कट जाएगा. तो बेटर है कि आप शूटिंग में ही वीडियो स्टेबल कर ले. ठीक है, ऐसे कुछ तरीके हैं जिसको आप यूज कर सकते हो. मैं सबको बताता हूँ हमेशा कि अपना मोबाइल फोन आप ऐसे पकड़िए राइट हैंड में, ठीक है, और एक हाथ से पकड़ेंगे तो उसमें ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी आपको मिलती है. ओके, व्हेन यू होल्ड योर मोबाइल फोन विथ वन हैंड यू गेट रियली गुड स्टेबल वीडियो. देन देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एक्सेसरीज विच आर देयर. गिम्बल है, ट्राइपॉड है, सेल्फी स्टिक है, अ गोरिल्ला पॉड है, फिर सक्शन माउंट है जो हम कार में लगाते हैं. मोबाइल होल्डर्स जो होते हैं ना, उनको भी आप यूज कर सकते हो घर में शूट करने के लिए. उसको किसी प्लेट पे लगा दीजिए, अलमारी पे किसी ग्लॉसी सरफेस पे आप उसको स्टिक कर दीजिए, मोबाइल लगाइए. अगर आप कुछ, हम लोग रिपोर्टिंग के लैंग्वेज में, जर्नलिज्म के लैंग्वेज में हम बोलते हैं P2C, PTC, पीस टू कैमरा, है ना. रिपोर्टर रिपोर्ट करता है, बोलता है देखिए मेरे पीछे आज ये हो रहा है. सो अगर आप पीटीसी करना चाहते हो घर से ही तो आप वैसे भी आप इसको रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए, वो सक्शन माउंट जो होता है मोबाइल फोन का कार्स में, उसको आप यूज कर सकते हो. और गिम्बल मैंने आपको बताया. ठीक है, कुछ चीजें हैं जो हमेशा बेसिक आपके पास होनी चाहिए, जैसे ग्रिप्स हो गए. ग्रिप्स मतलब जैसे ये एक ग्रिप है जो मैं हमेशा अपने पास रखता हूँ. इसको मैं ट्राइपॉड पे माउंट कर सकता हूँ और इससे मेरा मोबाइल फोन को मैं ग्रिप देके किसी ट्राइपॉड पे रख दिया, स्मूथ छोटे पॉट पे रख दिया, वो आप कर सकते हो. आप घर में ही भी ट्राइपॉड बना सकते हो. आपको छोटा सा एक सपोर्ट चाहिए, एक स्टिक चाहिए जो कि किसी गमले में या किसी बॉटल में आप रख सको, और उस लकड़ी को आप रबर बैंड की सहायता से अपने मोबाइल से कनेक्ट लगाइए और उसको स्टेडी बनाइए. फिर माइक्रोफोन बहुत जरूरी है. मोबाइल का जो माइक्रोफोन होता है, देखिए जब हम शूट करते हैं, व्हेनेवर वी आर शूटिंग, तो जनरली हम ऐसे शूट करते हैं. ठीक है ना, मैंने आपको बोला कि आप ऐसे एक हाथ से शूट कीजिए. व्हेन यू टॉक, आपका कैमरा का जो माइक है वो आपके नजदीक है, लेकिन जो आपका एक्टर है जिसको आप रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो वो तो आपसे दूर है ना. तो उसका आवाज हो सकता है कि वो आपके माइक में बरोबर ना आए, और जितना बीच में गैप है, जितना ज्यादा गैप होगा उतना आवाज क्लियर नहीं होगा. तो यू कैन ऑलवेज बाय सच काइंड ऑफ माइक्रोफोन्स. छोटे माइक आजकल मिलते हैं और वायरलेस माइक भी मिलते हैं. आप अपने जो ब्लूटूथ हेडसेट है उसको आप कॉन्फ़िगर करके जो व्यक्ति बोल रहा है उसके जेब में आप रखिए वो ब्लूटूथ हेडफोन, और उसका वॉइस जो है वो आपके मोबाइल फोन में रिकॉर्ड होगा. तो ये सारी तमाम चीजें जो आप यूज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, वीडियोग्राफी के लिए अगर आप रील नहीं बना रहे हो, आप टिकटॉकर नहीं हो, तो आप कोशिश कीजिए कि वीडियो जब आप बनाते हो या शॉर्ट फिल्म आप बनाते हो वो लैंडस्केप मोड में ही बनाएं, पोर्ट्रेट मोड में ना बनाएं. ठीक है ना, काफी सारे फेस्टिवल्स में या काफी जगहों पे अगर आप उसको यूट्यूब पे डाल रहे हो तो दोनों तरफ ब्लैक बैंड्स आएंगे, काले पट्टे आपको दिखते हैं, तो वो जरा ठीक नहीं लगता है. व्हाई डोंट यू यूज द फुल एरिया ऑफ योर मोबाइल फोन, द फुल एरिया ऑफ योर स्क्रीन फॉर प्रोजेक्शन. सो इट्स बेटर टू शूट इन लैंडस्केप. ओके, ये देखिए जुगाड़, हम बोलते हैं इंडियंस आर वेरी गुड इन जुगाड़. there's a good जुगाड़ where I have kept my phone with the support of a stone. ओके, और वो स्टोन को सपोर्ट में रख के एक टाइम लैप्स आपने शूट की. ठीक है, तो हमें क्या है, हमारा पर्पस क्या है मोबाइल फोन से शूट करने हम कर रहे हैं. तो वीडियो अगर स्टेडी होगा तो कोई भी देख के उसको उसको अच्छा लगना चाहिए. अगर उसको डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है तो देन दैट इज ऑफ नो यूज, है ना. काफी शेकी वीडियो कोई एंजॉय नहीं कर पाएगा. तो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू हैव, जुगाड़ करके देखिए घर में. अगर आप जुगाड़ करके अगर आप वीडियो स्टेबल रख सके तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. बॉटल के सहारे आप रख सकते हो. ठीक है, लाइटिंग एंड कंपोजिशन, मैंने अभी आपको बोला कि लाइटिंग का जो है वो कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको ध्यान में रखनी है. जैसे आपके मोबाइल फोन में अपर्चर होता है, कैमराज में अपर्चर होता है ना, फिक्स अपर्चर होता है. अगर आप प्रो मोड में जाओगे तो आप अपर्चर चेंज कर सकते हो. बट क्या ये मैनुअल अपर्चर है? कई सारे फोन्स में सब कुछ ऑटोमेटिक होता है, सब कुछ आर्टिफिशियली होता है। रियल कैमराज में, रियल कैमरा इन द सेंस जो हमारी लेंसेज होती है कैमरा के, बड़े कैमरा के जो लेंसेज होते हैं उसमें मैनुअल अपर्चर है, ठीक है। लेकिन क्या फोन में ऐसा है ना? कुछ फोन्स में ये चीज है, कुछ फोन्स में ये नहीं है। तो अपर्चर से क्या होता है, लाइट इनटेक, कितना लाइट आपके सेंसर पे पड़ रहा है उस पे आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो, ठीक है। जितना बड़ा अपर्चर खुलेगा उतनी ज्यादा लाइट पास होगी आपके लेंस से आपके सेंसर पे, मोबाइल के सेंसर पे, तो वो ज्यादा लाइट कैपेसिटी, ज्यादा लाइट कैप्चर कर पाएगा। और जितना कम आपका अपर्चर होगा उतनी कम लाइट आपके सेंसर पे पड़ेगी। लेकिन इसका खास इफेक्ट जो है वो आपके बैकग्राउंड के ऊपर भी पड़ता है। जैसे जितना बड़ा अपर्चर खुलेगा उतना ज्यादा डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड मिलेगी। डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड मीन जो बोके इफेक्ट जो आता है, बैकग्राउंड ब्लर जो होता है, वो कम अपर्चर में अच्छा होगा। जितना एफ स्टॉप अपर्चर जो है वो एफ स्टॉप से कैलकुलेट किया जाता है, तो जितना एफ स्टॉप ज्यादा होगा उतनी ओपनिंग कम होगी और उतना सारा शार्प दिखेगा आपको। तो ये बेसिक है, आप अपर्चर को, इसको आप ध्यान में रखिए, ठीक है। फिर दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है लाइटिंग को लेके, वो है आईएसओ, आईएसओ सेंसिटिविटी। ओके, ये एक स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन दिया गया है आईएसओ को आपके सेंसर की सेंसिटिविटी के ऊपर। आपको याद होगा पहले जब हम फिल्म यूज करते थे उसकी जो सेंसिटिविटी थी वो फिक्स्ड हुआ करती थी, है ना। अगर आपने रील खरीदी, कोई कैमरा के लिए रोल खरीदा, तो उसका आईएसओ होगा 100, 200, या फिर कोडैक मैक्स किसी ने यूज किया होगा तो कुछ आईएसओ 400 आईएसओ वाले भी फिल्म होती थी, विच वाज द मैक्सिमम। ओके, और ये स्टैंडर्ड करके रखा गया था, तो इसलिए इसको आईएसओ बोलते हैं। जनरली इट इज सेंसिटिविटी ऑफ योर सेंसर। ओके, नाउ तो यू हैव लाइक लाखों में आपका आईएसओ सेंसिटिविटी चला जाता है। तो आप ये सारी चीजें आप कैसे देख पाते हो? आपका मोबाइल से आपने क्लिक किया, फोटो क्लिक किया, उसके डिटेल्स में जाइए और देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज मेटा डेटा। ओके, EXIF डेटा, मेटा डेटा या EXIF डेटा में आपको सारी हिस्ट्री पता चलेगी उस फोटो की, कि आपने किन सेटिंग्स में ये फोटो क्लिक की है, आपका अपर्चर वैल्यू क्या था, आपका आईएसओ क्या था, आपका शटर स्पीड क्या था, ठीक है। कई बार आपका लोकेशन क्या था, है ना, जिस लोकेशन पे आपने क्लिक किया फोटोग्राफ उसका लोकेशन भी एम्बेड हो जाता है। बट वंस यू शेयर दैट ऑन व्हाट्सएप ये सारा डिटेल चला जाएगा, ठीक है। तो जस्ट क्लिक ऑन योर फोटोग्राफ, जो आपने अभी रिसेंट कुछ क्लिक किया होगा उसके डिटेल्स में जाके आप चेक कीजिए कि क्या ये सारी डिटेल्स आपको मिलती है। ये देखिए डिफरेंट आईएसओ में कितना फर्क पड़ता है। अगर कम आईएसओ होगा तो आपके इमेज में ग्रेन्स नहीं आएंगे। जितना ज्यादा आप आईएसओ बढ़ाओगे तो उतना आपका फुटेज जो है, जो वीडियो जो है और फोटोग्राफ जो है वो नॉइजी होगी। तो आपको आर्टिफिशियल लाइट रखना पड़ेगा जिससे कि आपका लाइट बूस्ट कर सको। कंपोजिशन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, और मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि आपके कैमरा में रूल ऑफ थर्ड का, आप 3x3 का ग्रिड लाइन देखो, शो ग्रिड आप करोगे तो रूल ऑफ थर्ड की ग्रिड आपको दिखती है। इस रूल के हिसाब से आपका जो सब्जेक्ट है, आप इस एक वर्टिकल लाइन के .1 पे आप रख सकते हो, यानी अपनी स्क्रीन को 3 हिस्सों में बांटना, वर्टिकली और हॉरिजॉन्टली, और उसका 1/3 हिस्सा यूज करना अपना सब्जेक्ट प्लेसमेंट करने के। वो फोटोग्राफ बेटर दिखती है, ठीक है। जब भी आप प्लेसमेंट करें रूल ऑफ थर्ड को ध्यान में रख के फोटोग्राफी करें। ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आपने सेंटर प्लेस करके सब्जेक्ट को क्लिक किया है तो वो गलत होगा, बिल्कुल नहीं। जो आपको अच्छा लग रहा है वो अच्छा है, ठीक है। कोई ऐसा रूल नहीं है कि ये फोटो सही है या गलत है, लेकिन ये अच्छा लगता है, ठीक है ना। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि जो आपने आज तक क्लिक किया है वो बुरा है, ठीक है। कुछ रूल्स, अगर आप अपने फोटोग्राफ्स को एक रूल्स को ध्यान में रख के देखेंगे, फिर से प्रीव्यू करेंगे पुराने फोटोग्राफ्स को, तो आप देखोगे कि जो रूल्स में थे वो ज्यादा बेटर है ना। ये देखिए रूल ऑफ थर्ड में फोटो क्लिक की गई है। अब इसमें अगर आप इस फोटो को ध्यान से देखेंगे, आप देखो कि कितना अट्रैक्टिव ये फोटो लगता है नहीं लगता है। इसमें का वो सब्जेक्ट जो है, जो घोड़ा जो है वो प्रॉपर एक वन ऑफ द इंटरसेक्टिंग पॉइंट्स पे प्लेस्ड है। फिर ऊपरी हिस्से में पूरे क्लाउड्स है ना, आकाश है। बीच वाले हिस्से पे हमारा मेन एक्शन हो रहा है और नीचे वाले हिस्से में अपना फोरग्राउंड है। और दूसरी एक चीज आप देखोगे कि आपकी आंखें जो है वो बीच में आ रही है। आपका जो ध्यान है वो फोटो के बाहर बहता हुआ नहीं जा रहा है, वो फोटो में आपको अंदर खींचता हुआ लेके आ रहा है, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ मास है, ग्रीनरी है, वेट है, तो हमारी आंखें जो है अंदर फ्लो होती है। तो यही है, जब आप दिशा दिखाते हो फोटो के थ्रू, तो क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है दर्शकों पे, है ना। जितना आप उनको अंदर खींचने की कोशिश करेंगे फोटो में, जितना देर वो फोटो या वीडियो को निहारेंगे, उतना वो इंटरेस्टिंग बन सकता है। अब देखिए रूल ऑफ थर्ड में एक कोई किसान पेड़ काट रहा है, उसके ऊपर मोबाइल पे ही डॉक्यूमेंट्री में बना रहा था, तो उसका ये शॉट है, ठीक है। रूल ऑफ थर्ड में बैठा है, लो एंगल है, नीचे से शूट किया गया है। नीचे से अगर आप लो एंगल से शूट करोगे तो वो सब्जेक्ट बड़ा पावरफुल दिखता है, ठीक है। देन लीडिंग लाइंस है। लीडिंग लाइंस मतलब देखिए ये जो झूला है या ये जो ब्रिज है, ये आपको सेंटर की ओर लेके जा रहा है, आपकी आंखों को दिशा दे रहा है, ठीक है। एनीथिंग विच लीड्स योर लाइट leads your eyes into center of the subject or anywhere, it's called as leading lines. So these, the bridge, the edge of the bridge is creating that leading lines का impression. See here, the road is taking you to one point, तो आपकी आंखें आपको बहा के वहां सेंटर के एक्शन तक लेके जा रही। So using this different kind of rules while videography, जब आप कर रहे हो, शूटिंग कर रहे हो, तो ये चीजों का ध्यान में रखिए and you will create really good videos, good photographs. फिर एक रूल होता है सिमेट्री का। सिमेट्रिकल शॉट अगर आप रखोगे तो काफी अच्छा उसका एक व्यू होता है। फिर मैं थोड़ा सा फास्ट जाता हूँ ताकि हम लोग कुछ चीजों का ध्यान रखें वीडियोग्राफी में। आपकी जब कहानी आप शुरू करते हो तो डायरेक्ट सब्जेक्ट को मत दिखाइए, है ना, कोई एलिमेंट को दिखाइए। जैसे आप घर के अंदर शूट करें तो स्टार्ट विद सम एलिमेंट, डू अ पैनिंग टू द सब्जेक्ट। ओके, many times in storytelling what we start with, like we start with an extreme long shot where you establish the location, then you establish the subject and you establish, फिर धीरे धीरे करके हम सब्जेक्ट के नजदीक जाते हैं, ठीक है। तो एक्सट्रीम लॉन्ग शॉट टू एस्टैब्लिश लोकेशन, लॉन्ग शॉट टू एस्टैब्लिश द सेटअप। सेटअप मतलब कहाँ ये चीज हो रही है। सेटअप दिखाने से ये भी पता चलता है कि कौन व्यक्ति किस तरफ खड़ा है, ताकि जब आप उसको क्लोजअप में कट करोगे तो पता चलेगा वो किस तरफ देख रहा है ना। अगर मेरे राइट में कोई एक्स है और लेफ्ट में कोई वाई है, तो जब मैं राइट में देखता हूँ तो एक्स से बात कर रहा हूँ और लेफ्ट में देखूंगा तो वाई से बात करूंगा। वो इस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए आई हैव टू शो देम इन अ सेटअप। तो लॉन्ग शॉट या मीडियम लॉन्ग शॉट में आई कैन इस्टेब्लिश दैट। देन कुछ बहुत ही सेटल एक्सप्रेशंस मुझे दिखाने हैं तो मैं क्लोजअप या एक्सट्रीम क्लोजअप में, जैसे कोई सैड सिचुएशन है और मुझे कुछ एक्सप्रेशन दिखाने हैं, यू कैन नॉट शो एक्सप्रेशन फ्रॉम लॉन्ग शॉट, you can show action. Okay, then use an extreme close-up shot. Okay, and cinema we also use this when we are shooting dialogues, communication कुछ हो रहा है तो हम उसको over the shoulder बोलते हैं, जैसे OTS. Okay, over the shoulder मतलब जो सब्जेक्ट सुन रहा है उसका सिर और कंधा थोड़ा सा दिखता है आपको, और सब्जेक्ट जो बोल रहा है उस पे फोकस ज्यादा जाता है ना। तो ये to bring attention on the person who is talking, we use OTS shots. Okay, to show emotions, to show expression, to show anger. See here in this film, this was shot in Nainital और ये स्टूडेंट ने पूरे मोबाइल पे ही शूट की थी ये फिल्म कॉमन मैन। तो वो गुस्सा आ रहा है, एंगर आ रहा है, तो उसको दिखाने के लिए सिर्फ हाथ का शॉट, कोई सामान गिर गया, कोई चीज गिर गई तो उसको उठाने के लिए फिर एक शॉट। सो जो भी एक्टिविटी होती है, शूट दैट एक्टिविटी। ओके, शूट कंटिन्यूस एक ही शॉट बहुत देर तक अगर आप दिखाओगे तो दर्शक बोर हो जाएंगे, ठीक है। फिर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू शॉट्स आप दिखा सकते हो कि वो क्या देख रहा है, सब्जेक्ट क्या देख रहा है, आपका जो हीरो है उसकी नजर से दुनिया कैसी दिखती है, इसको पीओवी हम लोग बोलते हैं, पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। और कैमरा एंगल्स, एक मोबाइल फिल्म मेकिंग में एक बहुत ही बड़ी चैलेंज क्या होता है, क्योंकि हम ऐसा शूट करते हैं, ठीक है। So I'll stop this presentation here. Yeah. Whenever we are shooting with our mobile phone, when you are shooting like this, है ना, तो दिक्कत क्या होती है, हम लोग हमेशा थोड़ा सा ऊपर से ही शूट कर रहे हैं, है ना। वी आर शूटिंग फ्रॉम थोड़ा सा अबव, सो ऑल द शॉट्स आर बेसिकली फ्रॉम टॉप विच आर अ हाई एंगल शॉट। एंड अगर आप सारी कहानी हाई एंगल में दिखाओगे तो वो ठीक नहीं रहेगा। हाई एंगल में सब्जेक्ट की आंखें जो है वो झुक जाती है, छुप जाती है, ठीक है। तो ऑलवेज गो टू द सब्जेक्ट का आई लेवल। ओके, सो कैमरा एंगल में बेस्ट शॉट या मेजॉरिटी जो शॉट हम लोग यूज करते हैं वो आई लेवल पे शूट करते हैं, मतलब ये कैमरा की लेंस हुई और ये आपके सब्जेक्ट की आंख, है ना। तो दिस इज एन आई लेवल एंगल, तो हमेशा आई लेवल पे शूट कीजिए ताकि आपका जो सब्जेक्ट है वो क्लियर दिखे, ना कि लो एंगल में। हमेशा सारे शॉट्स लो एंगल में दिखाओगे तो वो बड़ा, सारे शॉट्स एकदम अजीब दिखेंगे, है ना। जब आपको पावरफुल सिचुएशन दिखानी है सब्जेक्ट की, कि वो अभी ये सिचुएशन उसके कंट्रोल में है ना, वो पावरफुल है, तो आप उसको लो एंगल में आप दिखा सकते हो। फिर एक बार आपने ये शूटिंग कर लिया, आप क्या कीजिए, हमेशा शूटिंग करते समय कुछ चीजों का ध्यान रखना है। कोई भी शॉट बहुत एब्रप्टली कट नहीं करना है, उसमें एक ब्रीदिंग स्पेस देनी चाहिए। जैसे कोई अंदर आया और वॉक करके बाहर जा रहे हैं, तो हम लोग क्या होता है ना, मोबाइल पे शूट करते समय हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं रिकॉर्डिंग और फटाक से उसको क्लोज भी कर देते हैं। बिफोर ही कंप्लीट्स द एक्शन आपका जो वीडियो है वो कट जाता है, तो वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना। एक्शन कंप्लीट होने दीजिए, उसके बाद कट कीजिए। ओके, जनरली वी से दैट अगर आप डॉक्यूमेंट्री बना रहे हो तो 7 से 10 सेकंड का आपको टाइम रखना चाहिए हर एक शॉट में, है ना। उससे कम शॉट अगर आप रखोगे, शूट करके रखोगे, तो वो एडिटिंग में दिक्कत कर सकता है। अब एडिटिंग, आपके मोबाइल फोन में आप एक सॉफ्टवेयर आप डाउनलोड कीजिए, काइन मास्टर। ओके, या तो फिर अभी काफी सारे ऐसे एप्लीकेशन है जिसमें आप आसानी से एडिट कर सकते हो, जैसे अडोब रश है, अडोबी का रश है, या फिर क्विक है, गोप्रो का क्विक। फिर काइन मास्टर करके बहुत अच्छा एप्लीकेशन है, फिल्मोरा गो काफी अच्छा एप्लीकेशन है। तो ये सारे एप्लीकेशंस यूज करके आप मोबाइल फोन पे काफी अच्छा एडिट कर सकते हो। So I am not sure whether we have any query till now. Pooja, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did we get any queries till now?
Yes, just a minute. I'll quickly ask. What are the jobs and career opportunities that are now available for the budding filmmakers using their smartphones?
Yeah. So yes, it's an interesting question, and believe me, there are people who are doing social media management. ओके, और काफी सारी कंपनियों में इसकी पोजीशन आज है, और बहुत लोग चाहते हैं कि उनका सोशल मीडिया हैंडल कोई ऑपरेट करे, क्योंकि वो अपने लाइफ में व्यस्त है। तो इसमें 15,000 रुपए से लाख लाख रुपए तक लोग चार्ज करते हैं, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द साइज ऑफ द कंपनी एंड द क्या कहते हैं, उनका कितना रोटेशन में पोस्ट हो रहा है। तो सोशल मीडिया मैनेजमेंट का एक बड़ा अच्छा ऑप्शन है, और ये सारा कुछ आप मोबाइल से कर सकते हो। अगर आप एक सॉफ्टवेयर, मैं आपको बताऊं, कैनवा करके एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, CANVA। इस सॉफ्टवेयर में आप डेली टेम्पलेट्स बना सकते हो, इसमें वीडियो एडिटिंग कर सकते हो, उसमें आप टेक्स्ट प्लेस कर सकते हो, और अपने जो भी कंपनी है उसकी वीडियोस आप बना के डेली अपलोड कर सकते हो। तो ये एक सोशल मीडिया मैनेजमेंट का ऑप्शन है। दूसरा, जर्नलिज्म का एक बहुत ही बड़ा स्कोप है, ठीक है, वीडियो जर्नलिज्म का। वीलॉग से सब लोग देख रहे हैं, लोग अपना यूट्यूब चैनल शुरू करके आज उस पर काफी काम कर रहे हैं, और ऐसे कई आप किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से जुड़ सकते हैं जो कि उनकी रिपोर्टिंग कर सके, जैसे सोशल वर्कर्स हो गए, या उनके कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। रिसेंटली मैंने पटना में एक वर्कशॉप लिया था, जहाँ पे ये एक फाउंडेशन है। तो हम लोगों ने वहाँ के लड़कों को, लड़कियों को एम्पावर किया था विद दिस स्मार्टफोन फिल्म मेकिंग टेक्निक। अभी वो लोग, कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो यूनिसेफ के साथ जुड़े हैं, जस्ट विथ नोइंग दिस। ओके, आई रिमेम्बर दैट पैंडेमिक में कई सारे जर्नलिस्ट जो थे, जो डेस्क जॉब कर रहे थे, उनकी काफी सारे लोगों की जॉब्स चली गई। लेकिन जिन लोगों को ये टेक्निक पता थी मोबाइल से वीडियोग्राफी करने की, दे कुड सस्टेन, वो लोग रुके, उनको रोका गया, क्योंकि उनके पास ये स्किल था मीडिया मैनेजमेंट का विद स्मार्टफोन। सो दीज आर लाइक गुड ऑप्शंस, एंड यू कैन बी अ फिल्म मेकर। Always just learn about more techniques in smartphone and you can be a filmmaker। और मैंने आपको बोला, वो फिल्म आप देखिए, है ना, स्मार्टफोन से जो बनी है, कितनी क्रिएटिव। कुछ मेरे स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो लोग प्रोफेशनल वीडियोस बनाते हैं प्रोडक्ट्स के, मोबाइल फोन से, और वो अच्छा कमा रहे हैं आज, जस्ट बाय यूजिंग मोबाइल फोन एंड गुड लाइटिंग। यस।
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Every time on one of your session, I'm talking on mute. So, what I was saying, have seen few channels where they show the tricks used to, bring that small shot to life. with some low angle or some high, higher views, like, so the techniques, and
Yeah.
by showing these techniques and how others can do, they are earning in five figures.
Yeah. Yes, so that's what, like, you see, one of my friends, she was in Mumbai, and she just asked me, "Ki, Ritesh, I am very good in cooking, but I don't know how to present it." So then we have taken a small class of her and making this video, and right now she has subscribers in lakhs, and she started taking online classes through mobile phone. Okay,
Wow.
so there she started, and now that small enterprise is now a huge entity in terms of. So it starts with a small thing, and you can really make it big. It's up to you. Again, सर ने थोड़ी देर पहले कहा कि हार्ड वर्क बहुत जरूरी, रियाज करना बहुत जरूरी है ना? प्रैक्टिस मेक्स मैन परफेक्ट. सो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड टेक होम मैसेज फ्रॉम हिज क्लास, दैट रियाज कितना भी बड़ा आदमी हो जाए, अगर रियाज छोड़ दे तो काम नहीं बनेगा. So you have to keep on
That
making videos.
continuous learning for life.
Yeah.
It's so good to have this point, because this is the one point I've heard from our honorable chairman, SG sir, Subhashkari sir. We have heard the same thing from our honorable Ashish sir. So they are continuously learning is one thing that will groom you throughout the life.
Right.
Right. So, a last question I'd like to take. What Okay, so I have a question about your my first film. Do you also run courses, and is there a way people can join you?
Yeah, mostly we are with Media and Entertainment Skill Council, and we'll be coming up with lot of sessions soon. And apart from that, yes, my first film has their own channel, and also we have our website. So if you are interested, you can definitely connect with us. It's myfirstfilm.org.
Okay. Great. So, although every time, sir, I remember this is, I think this is the fourth or fifth time we are meeting, and every time it's always hard for me to close the session of mobile filmmaking when Ritesh sir is there. Last time, and I'm always in the beginning, I'm very excited to start the session. Now, as the day is coming to an end, and last two sessions of ours are the most एनर्जेटिक, सिंस बिगिनिंग जो शुरू हुआ एनर्जी, अगर किसी का डिप हो रहा हो तो वो सिद्धार्थ सर ने खड़ा कर दिया. देन आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टेकन इट टू अनदर लेवल. आई एम श्योर अभी विल हैव डीजे नवदीप आहूजा जी कमिंग, एंड देन एवरीबॉडी विल स्टार्ट डांसिंग, एंड फिर
Yeah,
वही होने वाला है, सारा दिन बैठने के बाद में भी एनर्जी खत्म नहीं हुई.
very good.
So that's how it's going to happen. So really wish to thank you for conducting this workshop, coming on board always. You have been so supportive. Even, you take out time for MESC and to conduct workshop for the youth is really commendable, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And thanks to MESC, and be happy to do more such courses for you. Looking forward.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
So
you,
good
thank
to
you.
have you.
Yeah,
And happy World Youth Skills Day.
same to you. Empowering the youth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Bye.
So another session is coming to an end, and the last and the energetic session that we are expecting is with Mr. Navdeep Ahuja ji. Yes, what I'm expecting from his session is energy, and only energy. Where he has been on our platform earlier, and I remember that at the end of the session, in the beginning of the session, only demand was to have, sir, if we can have your music for a couple of minutes, if you'll play, if you'll dance. So by the time he joins us for this 5 o'clock session, I'd like to tell you about a little gist of today's workshop. Since morning, we started with Kathak. During the Kathak, Ms. Manik showed us how a basic steps and how with a simple few steps, you can gracefully perform on any song. She has given us the hint how to use the mudra, and she gave us the details of the Kathak gharanas as well. Then we move to the AR and VR. AR VR aspects were covered by Mr. Krishnan, and he has rather shown us the live environment using the VR device. He was wearing a VR device and he has shown how a factory looks like, or how it is to wear go in a virtual world. So, in a way, he has taken us to a virtual world in reality, especially when he was going through that water slide, that adventurous slide of into the pool. That was really amazing. After that, we came to animation by Mr. Vaibhav Kumra, where he has shown and taken us to another world, or I'll say the past world that we had crossed few years back of Nickelodeon and Shimpu, the character, where the greatest learning was that local is the king and global is a bonus. So we must create a local content, local, because that's a unique thing to us, to our culture. And also after this, after animation, it was so hard to close that session because so energetic and so vibrant things were there in the workshop. Then we followed our path, went for the workshop by Mr. R. Prasanna Venkatesh. The photography was mesmerizing, and the details he has shared were like actually the points every photographer needs to take care of. Then came Mr. Dilip Suthar, who showed us how gaming industry is booming and what all opportunities are there in the gaming industry. Gaming, as we find it as a stress buster, but there are thousands of people working to make that game lively and energetic for all of us. Mr. Siddharth Prabhakar came to guide us on no skills that are required, the life skills, where he shared the continuous learning is very important, along with the discipline and punctuality to be professional. For every professional, it's important to make sure that they are thorough professionals. And yes, uh, his point of doing riyaz means I'll not go by only singers, but doing riyaz for life, learning for life is like commendable. Mr. Ritesh Taksande was with us. He has covered the aspects of mobile photography and shared how a small device can be used for mobile phone filmmaking. Now we'll have Mr. Navdeep Ahuja ji. So let me quickly share the details of Mr. Ahuja with you. Mr. Navdeep Ahuja is educator, entertainer, and entrepreneur, founder and CEO at Pastav Academy. I'll definitely share more details. And here would like to mention that Mr. Navdeep Ahuja he's a renowned DJ and has an experience of 12 years in running India's premier DJ academies. Driven by passion and fueled by ambition, the serial entrepreneur, he has been the driving force in catapulting Patsav into an award-winning institute. DJ Navdeep Ahuja ji and his academy has won the various awards at various platforms. He has won Entrepreneurial Award, Best Training and Education Business of the Year for Small Business Award 2020, the Most Creative Music Academy Award, India Education Award in 2019. So with this series, he has been into, I'll say, into the era of creating something new and something different for music lovers. Navdeep sir, so good to have you. So you're on mute.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you, and sorry for the delay. We've been actually trying to do some setup, but coincidentally, it's just creating a little problem with the audio.
Okay, no issues, sir. We are going to
Do we
have.
have people joining?
Yes, sir. People are there on the website,
Oh,
and
they're on the website.
yeah, and this series is going on since 10 o'clock in the morning.
I understand. Yes.
So we have kept your session at the end with a strategy that
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the session, when everybody leaves, they should leave with a dancing mode. So
Absolutely.
that was
I,
a
I, I
vision.
yeah, I had a similar plan, a lot of plan rather to keep everybody quite entertained, but especially with the whole Zoom thing and the audio setup,
Yeah,
um, certain challenges have come, but I think I'll try and still do as much best possible I can to have everybody who's connected to have a fun time. And above all, also importantly, is to understand the subject or understand the skill of DJing and music related. So if everybody is watching
right.
live, how do I know who are all connected? And if somebody wants to question, how do I get to interact with them?
The questions will come to my portal, and I'm the source
Okay.
for you to ask the questions. I
Okay.
remember, sir, in 2020, when 2019, when the COVID started and there was a lockdown, MESC started with the series of sessions and workshops in our Vidyadan platform.
Right.
You had conducted a session on DJing and art or uh, just music. It was
Right.
art or just music. So how you have been so energetic and so lively in that session, that was marvelous. And even at the end of that session, everybody left dancing. And today we are going to do the same.
I wanted to do much better than what we did in 2020. So I'm going to give my best try and see if audio works great. Otherwise, so maybe I'll play a little bit of videos through my device to have people understand what exactly the subject is, in case if certain things don't go well.
All right.
So let me just try one thing. Can you turn on the cam? We have a cam here, opposite side. Yeah, thank you. So you can see my whole team is set up and they're all there available to actually play some nice music. But as I told you, there were some challenges coming, especially with the audio. So if you allow, we'll probably do a quick sound check.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
So Arvi, can you have some music played up, please, so that we can see if everybody is able to hear the audio? Just let me know if the audio is, just play a little more louder. Is the audio coming to you?
It's audible, but with a little low volume.
So yeah, you can increase the volume level. Audible?
Yes,
Clean?
clean.
Perfect. So you can see, in fact, this time there's a different change. If you notice, we are
Yes.
doing an audio visual set. So that's the beauty of DJing now, and that is that a lot of people have moved into just playing DJing to also doing an audio visual set. So yeah, I think we're doing fine. Before we get started with the set, let me finish off with the interaction. So what we have today, especially, is we have like a music, a musician who's playing live, whether it's an instrument. Because the subject that we're going to cover today through PATSAV is we're going to talk about in toto of music, what music is all about. So under this, though the segment is DJing, I wanted to actually brief everyone with the idea of music instruments to taking to audiovisual DJing to also going into music production. So I've divided my session basically into 3 or 4 segments. So I hope to entertain everybody with everything. So
Yes.
that's my intention.
Right, and I'll be celebrating and dancing when you play music and learning from you at the backstage.
Perfectly. So should we get started?
Right.
Do we play a
Yes.
light set and have everybody entertain? Yeah. So I have my 2
Yes,
team
sure.
members here, DJ RV and DJ Harry. So Harry is the one wearing the shades, and RV is on the other side. So both of them are professional DJs. They are part of PATSAF team. They play in clubs. They do private parties. We do corporate shows. We do dandiya nights. We do music festival as a team put together. And we also have Sunny Bernard here, who's on the keyboard. And Sunny is a musician, and he does a lot of instruments. I think at least about 8 to 10 instruments, right from keyboard to tabla to flute, harmonium, a lot of instruments, in fact. So the idea is that while the DJ session continues, and Sunny could do like a live session through music keyboard or through other instruments as well. So I hope everybody who's listening out there, who's seeing, they get entertained. So can I ask my team? Yes, Hari, are you ready? Who's playing? Are we or Radhi? Yeah. Okay. So before they get started, can I share some screen so that people can see exactly what is the art of DJing that I like to. Can you help me with the screen share, please?
You have the right, sir. Given
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah. So right, let me just take it to here. Okay. Just a quick minute. 1 second. Share audio. Okay. So let's have this video coming in for all of you.
Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl. Shake that ass, girl.
Yeah, so I think a quick capsule of what DJs do and what DJing as an art or music is all about. So, yeah, team, are you guys ready? So what we're going to present you is basically an audiovisual set. So these days, all clubs, concerts, private parties, if you notice, would have a big LED screen. The idea behind an audiovisual set is to entertain both from a visual field point of view as well as from the audio. Audio is something that people love to listen to, dance on, and visual keeps them entertaining, especially from the format of watching the screen, and it brings out the liveliness to the entire say the show or a party or an event. So that's a small setup here to give you an audio-visual feel of a DJ set. Yes. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's have your set coming in, please. So that's DJ Harry coming in. And Harry, you'll have to play a little louder so that everybody can listen loud and clean. Yeah. I would just need a quick heads up from everybody on the other side. If the audio is clean, if the audio levels are needed a little more boost, just let me know on that.
It's good, but if the volume can be increased.
Yeah. Is that loud enough?
I can't hear. I think they're on mute.
Can you? Right. Is the audio coming in?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So we have Sunny playing the keyboard. He's playing live along with the DJ set. And Ari is pretty much on the console and he's playing various set of genres. I think for anybody who's interested with music, need to understand that out here for DJs, it's just not the music, but it's the classification of music. So pretty much this set is more like a deep house. So the synth that we are able to listen on the other side is basically coming out of the keyboard.
So your mic is on mute.
All right. Can you hear me now? Or can you
Yeah.
hear the audio? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I think especially for all the Ranveer Singh fans here, one of the favorite tracks for all the DJs. I think this is one of the favorite tracks for all the Hyderabadis for sure. I'm sure a lot of people from
Here
all
in
over.
Delhi as well.
I was saying a lot of people are across India love this song like crazy.
Yes.
So it's among our short list when we play our music sets. This is a short track that has to come in. All right, so here comes the audio visual part of it. For everybody who's probably watching this video and are at their homes, probably watching on their devices, wherever you are, I hope you enjoy the music
Yes.
and groove to it.
Yes. Yes. I myself be feeling energetic now.
Absolutely. I think you had a long day, and I'm sure music is going to regenerate you with the whole effort over there.
Indeed, indeed.
think for all the listeners, one thing I like to add up is that the job of a DJ is to obviously present good quality music in a very different style. That's what makes the an event or show more entertaining. The same songs we keep listening on radios or on the app, but when you go to a club or a private party where a DJ is involved, his job is to bring in the same songs, but in a very different classic style, a different set of genres to entertain everyone.
You actually spice up the music.
Yeah. So, in fact, the job profile of a DJ started off with the whole idea of presenting music to people. Well, even in back 90s and I would say not 90s, early 60s, 70s, when the DJing trend started, a lot of people wouldn't listen to good quality music. So it was the DJs who introduced music to people, and that's when the genres and everything came in. All right, that was a quick short set by DJ Harry. Well done, Harry. And we're going to have RV coming in, one of our senior members as well, and he's going to present to everyone Bollywood music. So I'm sure a lot of people out there are probably keen in listening to Bollywood. And I think let's bring in a Bollywood set for you all so that you get entertained and most important thing, get associated with the music also. I had a bit of my own set that I wanted to play, but then I think a little, technicalities with the audio. But yes, Sunny, can we have something from you? Well done, Sunny. Very nice. I think that was quite soothing, soft. And I do remember A.R. Rahman sir used to quote that if the music is not healing you, if it doesn't give you peace, then there's something not right. In the sense, it's not then music. So music I think naturally the anatomy of music is to heal us, entertain us, make us feel better. So I think an instrument does that to everyone. So I highly recommend everybody out there, whoever is listening to music today at Patsa, learn one instrument in your life. I think it could be anything of your choice, whether if you love percussion, learn a tabla, learn maybe a djembe or a cajon is very, very popular with clubs. It doesn't take much time. Within 6 to 8 months, somebody can really build up with passion the flair to start playing. Of course, professional level, you need a couple of years to really go with the flow. But I think one instrument every person should learn in life, and it adds a lot of beauty to the environment. Even if it is at home, people love it. So yeah, that's a takeaway. I would definitely like to send a message across to all the youngsters there that एक instrument तो जरूर सीखना चाहिए. And
Sir,
yeah.
Is there an age to start playing music, like any instrument? Minimum age?
Um, Ideally, people start instruments at very early age, around 5, 6 years. Also, depends upon the instrument. I think keyboard is something that youngsters can pick up early. We have, like for example, at Patsa, we have a toddler course. A toddler course is for somebody who's age 5 and above. So they start learning the keys. They start getting the idea of what is a rhythm, and slowly and steadily they learn what is Happy Birthday or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Their favorite poems. But anybody from age 5 can begin. A a good age to really go deep into music can be anything over 10, 11 years. And at least that age, the complexity of music is very adaptable to that age of children. But there's no limit to age. Once you cross that, that's the earliest. But even if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I think music could be learned at any age.
Very well said. Even we cannot stay without music, even if
Absolutely.
there is no music in any advertisement or any, with video you're watching, be it very mesmerizing to eyes, till the time there's a music added, you won't enjoy the video.
Puja, you'll be surprised that a lot of students, actually, college going students, they play music and they prepare for exams, because music actually helps us and it does activates a lot of brain cells. So your concentration levels can increase if you're listening to like music playing on the background, and if you're studying, it helps you to also focus on your reading. It helps you to absorb whatever material that you are studying, and most important thing, it de-stresses you. So it's been scientifically proven that any music playing on the background, people actually their senses are actually picking it up, and it can do wonders. So Hari, are you guys ready? Harry, in the meantime, just play something. So if anybody wants to really party, obviously the job profile of a musician there could be a singer, a live performing band, or a DJ. But when you go to spaces like malls, or you go to like a five-star hotel, in their cafe shop and all, you'll have musicians playing an instrument. So that's more of, again, music could be used for any purpose. I have read a recent article. I think in Japan there are a lot of old age people now. I think a lot of people have moved into old age. So one of the oldest population is turning out to be in Japan, and music is helping to act as a therapy for I would say such seniors, because they are now in their certain age, away from family. If you go through BBC or certain discovery related documentaries, Japan has I think it's a country which has it's highest on loneliness. So music is helping people out there. All right, back to the DJing set. So probably a lot of people are not able to observe it so keenly, but Harry's pretty much doing like a live set. So he's picked up a track from Panorama movie, and he's added a different bass line, and it's turned it to be more like a clubby track now. The screen चालू करो.
So every time when you're playing, when the DJ is playing music, it feels different. How do you create that difference? Like I have heard all these songs, but they are different when we hear them. And today on when we are listening to parts of team, it's something different.
Right. So I think the reason you might consider we work towards a research and development and understanding music. Yeah. We basically do a lot of work on the music. We do a lot of preparation in terms of making sure that the music is. I think that's exactly where I came in to mention. You have to search music. The team we do sessions of the songs. We try and add more creativity to it. As a DJ, biggest advantage is that you're listening to world music. So much of music from different artists from across the world. Could be any country, and we pick up beats and rhythm and elements. We was part of to add more creativity. So I think it's something. I think a lot of people do put that effort, but then for the compliment that if you find that identity, definitely honored on that.
Right, sir. Also, we see entire setup. Do you find it difficult, like as a professional, as a DJing professional, how difficult it is to take all the setup over there and set it up? Like, is it an hour-long process or it's quick?
Right. At a top level, the setup is already there. So they connect their technology, use their pen drive when they perform. But if you're going, everything will be set up, and that sound engineers coming has a very accurate music and instrument. But Sunny the instrument, the leaders, the CDJ, CD, the mixer, every musician has knowledge of this instrument. So we do a couple of hours before we set it up.
Okay,
So we have presenting an audio visual set for that.
sure.
One of the major areas that contribute are producers. I think producers and there's a segment called Study program. I'm going to actually also introduce my other team members in this person, producer and sound engineer. Probably like a quick 7-minute session with Roshan to give everybody an idea how this music is created. We want to do we download it and we play it content. How this content is created is a session that we'll everybody gets an idea for it.
Okay.
That's a very clear example in audiovisual thread where you play your track and the is playing. And it really works a lot with because हमारे यहाँ पे शादियाँ होती हैं, weddings are there. So people love to watch the everybody order followers of Bollywood, the genres of movies, but they, the crowd loves music and watching the copy. Uh,
Right. Also, what is the duration of courses when somebody wants to go into the field of DJing?
right. So anybody can start from a course program that teaches genres such as house related tempo, minimal house, techno. So 2 months course enable anyone to learn an art that genre. Then we have a 4 months professional course program that is reggaeton, Bollywood, Punjabi, even Telugu music. So as the idea of a 4 months professional course, people who have versatility that they can pick up any be able to prefer. So that would be a professional course program. Takes about time. Is adding a lot of advantage to design. Make your steps more entertaining. As you can see, what my team is doing right now, playing through the laptop. There's a certain software which come along for DJing. A software that they are playing is called Recordbox. Is the plugin for both audio video. So that's a digital DJ program. But do audio video use technology. And for 6 months, somebody will get the set that you can see. I think knowledge and experience a lot. That is with more and more use that you do. And I think the final one that we do is one of our very popular courses. It's called the Star DJ. Learning not also learning the technology, how to program, produce music. That's a totally different software. Music is created with technology. That's called the Star DJ course program. I think everybody can go to .com and go and check the entire hierarchy.
Yes. Yes.
The last time, this session is for you and for the team to have organized such a great session. I hope everybody's entertainment that is coming along.
Thank you.
professionally, my skill sets are also similar to an older DJ. So I do video set training for third party for scientific. I think we all have the theory. You will be quite surprised that we have a very so minor element in music is very easy. Yes. You will be quite surprised if you notice there's a lot of sound around, but then the concentration level to be able to mix. I think that is one that comes very naturally. So a brain to task many things, listening to music, preparing music, playing the music, search have to play next. So you actually maximize the to be able to do this one particular.
So that means the focus of DJs are way beyond, like it has to be a lot.
Um, very build up very strong. If you remember, I had mentioned that if you listen to music, it helps studying. I know a lot of my friends they they plug in music while they're actually they're, though they obviously do it in a certain controlled environment, but they're focusing on to doing a very high task like an operation, playing a bit of music at the time just because they want to concentrate. So really, music adds up a lot if you want to develop skills, hearing skills. Multi, the presence of mind really builds if you are very attached to music, whether listening to it or even practicing.
Right. So I'm getting a very practical question here. I don't know if it's right, but you have changed the mood to entirely, music oriented. So I've got this question from I'll okay, it's Shifali. She's asking, do you really get that demand that DJ wale babu gana baja do?
It's very popular. New songs keep coming in. So some songs, then again, as I said, the important task of every DJ is to actually increase the playlist, sets the mood in. So अगर मुझे लगता है like girls on the dance floor, and I know that they really like this DJ vibe, and they really get fed up by it, I will introduce that song. Even if the 10 years has to so like if I कहता है दिल चाहता है, so that song really used. No matter what age group, they would just कहता रहे, that kind of songs come in, this comes in. So ये song are everything. So please, think that I would like to introduce somebody's face.
So your instant judgment also matters a lot. So many
But
points that needs to be taken care of to be a DJ. It's not just playing music and enjoying. There's a lot of concentration that goes, a lot of skill that goes, and a lot of judgmental. You have to be like a lot of thinking, a lot of cognitive skills are used in this process.
out that they're not reacting or they're waiting for the DJ to music. Just finding an okay, what's the kind of crowd that is coming today? The same every day. New set of people coming in. So you play certain songs which probably is supposed to be chartbusters. If there's response from they immediately first to understand कि ये लोग क्या type of music find songs की are more of the Amitabh fans or are they the kind of people who love 90s music. Then once we get a feel, okay, they're reacting to that song. So our playlist has to change. And we go back in the latest, clubby numbers again. But yes, it's logical. Face reading the crowd, the body language, it's all part of the learning.
Wonderful. So before, like it's 5:45, I didn't realize that 45 minutes already passed. Uh, so what are the career paths when you enter the music industry?
With music, a person can be a performer, it could be a there are people who now are with music labels. That is the business side of music. To meet up with the artist, in music, to help them grow. Music or artist management is also business side of it, or say music. To be a performer, to be an instrumentalist who is playing a keyboard or a drum or a guitar and be a part of the band. Or you could be a standalone independent DJ playing for class from a dance point. So I wouldn't want to see a DJ playing Sufi, or see Sufi music singing and playing instrument if the genre is Sufi. So putting your head down, head down, you definitely need a DJ. And the good part is industry is associated. So India is a big market for wedding. It's a huge growing market with entertainment. MSC is all about the growth that has to come in. So teachers are definitely in demand because food is all moving towards good quality both listening and also to party. So yeah, I think DJs have a huge strength for many years to come.
Okay, great. And the best thing is there are entrepreneurship opportunities. You do not have to be just employed.
Yeah, I told you can start a music label. We could be uh, manager. We all here, like for cricket, the manager, football manager. Today, for big sporting events, do everything, they have to perform, they have to work on the music, they have to sell themselves, they have to update their portfolio, they have to have their social media going, uh, on a day-to-day basis. It's not possible for everyone to do all the job. This business DJ, they have people who are like-minded, who understand music, and they want to on the business side of music. So, absolutely, I mean, there are a lot of people who are not being performers.
Okay.
So, I think I like to thank Shafali for a very good. I think that's a very practical question that comes from everyone. Thank you, Shafali, for the question.
Thank you so much. Your DJs are distracting me. My mind is like you guys are focused, but I'm getting distracted to the music, and I see how the DJs are enjoying. So it's really wonderful. So it's the closing of the session of the series of World's Youth Skill Day. It could have never been better than this.
Thank you for the opportunity, MESC. Thank you for the opportunity. I always look forward to doing such sessions. Maybe we can plan like a much more long session for future.
Yes, indeed. So before we actually end, let's have something mazedar, I'll say.
Okay. Right? Okay. I'll probably introduce that we can really do something great. That's what.
Sure.
Ari, I want you to play a okay. So I think in the closure of the this session, I need to play a good teen market. Teen market, purely, including the song. Something what we call as the our own terminology. This particular playlist. In technicality, it's a 3x4 style of music. So I to listen to and the teen market, so people to get a little bit of knowledge. But I think this is really quite entertaining. I can on that, and this is our trademark forte, and that is the teen market.
Wonderful.
So
So
before,
glad to have you, and
yeah.
so glad to have the entire series going so good with amazing speakers, amazing experts, and this closing is like adding a cherry on the cake. So wonderful to have you all.
Part of the other session as well, where you have a very strong panel of experts who have come in, listen to those sessions, but quite a busy day for us. But thank you for the opportunity again. It's always to come up with joint sessions.
Thank you so much.
I good. Okay, so let's start our theme market. So pretty go Desi style. We all enjoy the set. The story about this particular is we bring in the entire music bank of India. India is very rich in cultures, whether it is Telugu, Punjab, Haryanvi, Bhojpuri. So Seema said that we actually end up playing bring the entire culture of India in the form of music.
Wow.
This particular set is people do dance. They to sing along. The genres such as house music and enjoy and they group a theme mark kind of set is where people start singing and though they might be not good, but everybody starts feeling that they are the
Yeah.
artists who sang the song. So this particular genre is that a lot of Indian instruments are used to make songs which are related to a 3x5 style. The bajras and banjos, uh, they're all pretty much Indian instruments. And especially when you play a set, with the crowd to really easy levels ready. So when this and everybody are like,
Yeah.
everybody is listening the audio platform, but honestly, when you do this music environment with quality speaker systems, you right vibe around, actually takes you to a different level of, I would say, energies and happiness. I really like to put that word. People, that's the reason for clubbing, and because they want to come back home, they want to vent out, and just go out.
So what I was thinking, it's almost 6, and if your DJ will continue to play music like this, I am sure I'm gonna sit here
We
and continue
can,
listening.
but it's Friday. Just into it.
Right, right.
Happy to keep playing
This
as
is
long as you are.
amazing.
don't forget to play the book. Yeah. Okay, so this comes the trademark song Hyderabad, if I've
Okay.
Hyderabad, especially, you don't play this song, they get offended.
Thank you. It's nice. It's really nice.
Probably messaging you, and it's been worth the while. Everybody's waiting.
Well, thank you so much. It's really amazing. And unfortunately, my camera has stopped working. It's giving me some error, but yes, you can feel how happy I am after this energetic session of DJing. We do see a lot of scope in the field of music, and I'm sure people would understand this after they see the professional growth and the professional, even financial growth of DJs.
Yeah, definitely there is. DJing, there's a lot of individual as an art. And the value that is charged or is paid to the quality of music that the artist is presenting, the kind of stage presence that the artist, how well is it in the people. So if you reach that stage where people love your way you play, they even think twice before you the kind of money you would want to charge. I would give a big there that don't hold your and I do understand you come up with these questions that really a future. I think especially in the field of entertainment, whether it is animation, music, there's ageless. I mean, it's ageless industry. So the more you keep putting effort into it, you can go mind, body supports you. So don't hold back. Give your best shot, and I'm sure everybody will come. And to help you, we're there as starter, right from the academy point of view.
Right. And getting this energy on Friday evening is, I think, it's going to make the weekend all the more vibrant.
my dad is just actually now. So they're forgotten that they're a part of live workshop. I'll
Wonderful.
have to go and say, okay, guys, we're done with the workshop. That's it.
So I
You can see
must
their
say
face.
thank you
They're
to
in their
the
own place.
entire. So then I'll do that. I'd like to say thank you to the entire team past serve. This is wonderful, amazing, full of energy. We loved it. I am sure there's not even a single person who can deny on my,
Yeah.
thing. So I really wish to turn on the camera, but somehow it's not turning on. I really love to wave my hands to these dashing.
I'm actually going to just take off my headset so that maybe from the audio point of view, at least they could listen to what you're saying. I think that will probably add. Guys, can you come this side, please? 1 second. Just 1 second. Put this to... Pooja, am I audible?
A little, but yes. Let me see if this camera works. Yeah.
Oh, great. You're back.
So thank you so much, dashing DJs. We had a wonderful time. You guys made our day, or rather a weekend, on this World's Youth Skills Day. Ending like this is just amazing, and that can only happen when we have wonderful. The entire parts of team is really amazing. Thank you so much for conducting this workshop for us.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much, MESC, for the opportunity again, and look forward to another such session, and probably something more unique next time for you all. I think you're mute.
Oh, I was also on mute. Okay, so what I was saying, thank you, take care, enjoy, and we'll meet on another session someday, another workshop, and rather this time I'll say an offline workshop where we all can enjoy together.
That would be great. Perfect. Thank you so much, MESC team. Again, it's always a pleasure working with you guys. And I hope everybody out there who we couldn't see, but I'm sure they could listen to us. You have a great weekend, and let music do it for you. Let the magic of music do it for you. So thank you once again, Pooja.
Yes, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Have a good World Youth